the North Somerset Arts Week once again proves to be a great success. Hosted throughout 31 venues between the 10th and the 19th of September, Whitten & Co went on the trail and spoke to the artists about how they felt showing their work in a post-COVID world.
My name's Hilary Kinkton.
Tian Kirby.
Sheila Murray.
I'm Julie Eckerman and I'm an artist.
Around 100 artists displayed a vast and eclectic range of art, from watercolours to jewellery, textiles to ceramics. Here's what they had to say about their work.
The massive owl, he's on a huge piece of Avonmouth dock. I just love finding chunks of wood like that. And the owl behind you.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
You know, I see that slice of wood,
Yeah.
and I picture the owl in it and things. So.
This is my first exhibition with the North Somerset Arts.
Oh, brilliant, lovely, and you've done quite well.
Yeah, it's been good.
So if you could kind of summarise your art for us, what kind of, are you
I'm more of an intuitive sort of painter. I use a palette knife a lot. I enjoy playing with the paint, so a lot of it's seascapes or clouds or, you know, it's landscape mainly. And I do work from photographs occasionally, but really it's a case of putting the paint down and working it and seeing what happens.
I use ink on paper to help just convey the way I feel about somewhere.
Yes, yeah, that's my main work. It's jewellery making.
Brilliant, they're gorgeous pieces.
Oh, thank you. It's mainly silver work with a little bit of gold and some stones and some pearls and things thrown in.
Yeah.
I mean, I trained at Birmingham Jewellery School, and I'm not saying how long ago that was. But full time, I've been doing it about 25 years, I suppose, now.
Wow, so you're a seasoned professional.
Oh, yes. I've always been really interested in embroidery, and I've never really done much about it, just looked at other people's things. So in lockdown, I decided to do my diary in stitching instead of written.
My main medium is collage, actually, so I use a lot of decorative papers to and paint, so I mix them in, so there's a lot of bits of wrapping paper, sweet wraps and things. Most of my work is from either Bristol scenes or urban landscape rather than pure landscape buildings and things like that. So.
I teach watercolour, so that's the bread and butter. That's the thing that keeps the roof over my head. You know, I've spent a lifetime learning, because watercolour is quite a technical thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so you really do. Over the years, you try different things, you experiment with papers and paints and techniques, and yeah, it's lovely to be able to pass that on, really.
Yeah.
But my favourite, my real passion is painting outside.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
You're not.
yeah.
You're
I'm
actually one of the first
painter.
people to have said that. You know.
No, I've got this. See, this is the sort of, this is my one of my sketchbooks that goes outdoors, and you will see then that there'll be rain splatters on some of it. There was one in that you can still just about feel the sand. I was being sand blasted on that one. It was a real stormy day.
I graduated in 2020. Has COVID kind of hit that year?
Yeah.
So COVID for me has been a bit of an advantage in a sense where I could get on and develop more ideas that are floating around in my head around rubbish, because we do have an awful lot of waste going on. So I'm thinking, I wonder if we can reduce our waste. Let's do something positive. Let's turn a negative into a positive. Let's make something out of our waste, and that's what I am trying to encourage. Maybe make people look at their waste and think, you know, I could do something really creative with that rather than throwing it in the recycling.
So I started off doing it full time, and I think like a lot of artists, they find that it's quite an inconsistent income. So most artists tend to teach or do something to supplement it, but actually for me what works really nicely is I'm a holistic therapist as well. So I do Reiki and crystal therapy half of the week, and I'm a potter the other half of the week. And it's lovely because the two blend really nicely, because nature, as we know, leaves, being outside is healing, and you know, links with my healing kind of work. But my pottery, I suppose, is my own therapy, if I'm honest. I just love having the time in my studio and pressing leaves into clay and foraging the leaves from woodlands, you know, so yeah.
Ever since the beginning. I took part in the first trail in 2003, and I've been on the managing committee since 2007. It was my full-time job. Because I'm retired now, I tend to treat it a bit more gently and just do what I like to do.
I do two mediums. I do watercolour wildlifes and woodcuts, so hand-printed woodcuts. So, but I work with both and enjoy both. Oh, well, we've got two salt marshes locally, and my thing is the salt marshes. I'm a bit of a salt marsh nerd, so my inspiration comes from the salt marshes. The wildlife I see, the plants I see, anything that's on the salt marshes. And it's fantastic because you've got the tidal landscape. It changes frequently, the light changes. Also you've got a fantastic backdrop because you've got the shipping going in and out. So you've got a backdrop of the birds, the wildlife that are coming in, and boats, which I actually love boats as well. So it's perfect for me.
And finally, if you could summarise what Arts Week means to you in a word or a phrase, what would it be?
Oh, well, it's certainly meeting with the public. Yes, definitely that, because we're in a shed at the bottom of the garden here. Yeah. And so many people don't know it exists at all. Yeah.
Exhilarating and interesting.
Yeah, it's been inspirational.
Very busy, very sociable, very friendly.
I think possibly because of the pandemic, we've seen lots of people suddenly to come out and meet all these people, and actually it's been very sort of therapeutic, actually sort of launch us back into society.
Enjoyable, relaxing, happy.
Well, it's a brilliant opportunity for me. I think that's, you know, if I was to sum it up, that's what it is from my point of view.
Displaying our artwork which we create for the general public.
This time it's been especially noticeable being able to interact with people again, having been away from a lot of people for a long time. So and people always, especially with the Arts Week, appreciate being able to chat with the makers and talk about processes and so on. So yeah, it's been really nice to be back in the throw of it.
Exciting. Exciting to get up back out there again and see everybody again, and especially since COVID, it's been, you know, we've had 18 months of just sitting inside and doing nothing. So it's good to see everybody and people coming out and coming to see us. They're very excited. So I would go with engaging.
Oh, fantastic.
I think it's about sharing, because you can share what you've been doing, and especially to local people, because a lot of my work is international, so to actually share it locally and to be able to talk about the process and the thoughts behind it.
Chance for everybody in North Somerset just to see how many creative people there are living here.
It's community. It's community for the arts in North Somerset. I've met so many artists through the trail, and it's wonderful.
After an incredible 9 days, the North Somerset Arts Week finished on Sunday, September 19th. Thank you to all the artists involved and the North Somerset Arts Week Committee for putting on such a magnificent show. If you are interested in taking part in the next Arts Week, please go to northsomersetarts.org for more information.